Hello everyone and welcome to Chad's Country Kitchen. Wanted to go over a few things real quick. This is a new channel here to YouTube, and it's a cooking channel. Who doesn't love cooking? I do love cooking. I love to eat as well. First time doing this, so bear with us, or bear with me, shall I say. And let's just dive right into it. Well, the first things we're going to always wind up wanting to do before we cook anything, I'm going to adjust this camera just a little bit and bring it down just a little, because I'm actually going to be over in this area and then the stove, which is right here in front of me. So what we always want to do before we do any type of cooking or any handling of food, we want to wash our hands. So I'm going to take my ring off. I'm going to wash my hands real fast. It's always good safety, hygiene, health, everything else to wash your hands with good hot soapy water, or as warm as you can get it. I'm gonna wash really fast. I'm gonna emphasize this on every video, that you always wash your hands. And grab a clean towel to dry them, and let's get cooking. Alright, so what we've got tonight is, I skipped out on dinner a little bit. I've got some leftovers I'm going to cook as well with this, but I figured, why not cook an omelet, cheese omelet with pork chop. Pork chops are left over from last night, so that's not a horrible thing. I'm going to grab one more thing out of the cabinet here in terms of spices and seasonings. Got this big bottle up here. Hope I didn't mess my camera up top. I've got a camera mounted right here. So you're actually going to see everything that I cook on the stove. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch to that camera now. And there you are. See, you see what I see on the stove. We have our eggs laid out here. Have our black pepper. We have a piece of sliced cheese. Our salt. Put my ring back on. And here's the other little seasoning that I got out of the cupboard. And then over here we have our omelet pan, of course a spatula. You know what else we're going to need? We're going to need a fork, because we're going to beat some eggs. Alright folks, so here we go. We're going to start beating these eggs. We're just going to take and pop them, crack them open, and we'll set that back down in that bowl. Everybody knows how to make eggs, hopefully. If not, we'll make a video about that as well. But we're going to start by cracking these eggs. And I'm doing 4. Okay, those are 4 brown eggs. You always want to have a towel nearby so you can wipe your hands of any excess. Keep your hands clean. Alright, here we go. We're going to beat these eggs real quick. So all we're going to do is mix that yolk with the white. Get it all good and nice and creamy. Alright, we've got that. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to add a little bit of salt. This is to your taste. I'm not a big salt fan. My fiance loves salt, so she would douse it with salt, and then pepper to taste as well, and mix a little more. Alright, what we're also going to do is we're also going to add a little of this here. This has got a little of everything in it. It's got garlic and herbs. Let's see exactly. It's got garlic, onion, spices, including black pepper, basil, rosemary, savory, and celery seeds, and carrot. Interesting. And we're just going to put a little of this in there. This is just for flavor. This stuff is amazing. And we're also going to just mix that up. Alright, this is ready. I'm going to set it to the side right here. We're going to bring our pan over. Move some of this extra stuff out of the way since we're done with it. And what we're going to do is we're going to open this and we're going to put on a medium heat. Now what I'm also going to recommend that you do is get you a can of non-stick. This is a copper skillet, but it never hurts just to put a little quick layer of non-stick on it. It's also going to give it a grease, so it's going to, it's going to be good. Here's a little secret that I'm going to tell you, a little trick that I found. The way you can tell if your pan is ready by your oil. Let's get you a little dab of water. Just enough on your hands, and try to get you a little on the water. Get you a little water on your pan. If your pan sizzles and the water evaporates fairly quickly, like just about like so, just a little bit longer and you'll be good to go. Just kind of mix this up a little bit more. Like I said, we're making just a cheese omelet, egg and cheese omelet. I don't have any bell peppers or onions at the moment, so this is what we've got. All right, that is going to be ready right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to pour it in there. Get all of that in there. Okay. And that's done. There's that. We're going to wash our spoon off, or our fork off. Just rinse it off really well, because we're going to use it again here in a few minutes to eat with. Put that over on the side. Now, what we're going to wind up doing is with this, we are going to go around the edges. As it cooks, we're going to lift. We're going to get all of the egg underneath it. What that's going to do is it's not going to allow the top portion of the egg to cook too much. It also gets all the extra egg, liquid egg, to where it's able to cook. The goal is to get as much of that cooked as possible, to where when we fold it, we slap our cheese in the center, and we fold it, we're good to go. So we're going to let it just cook for a few more minutes here, and then we'll start going back around the edges. See, that's what we want right there. We want a good shell, a good thick rim around it. See, we're starting to get there now. So we'll move that. Let as much of that get up underneath it as we can. Like I said, our goal is to get as much of this cooked as we can. So what you don't want is your egg to not be done in the center. And I've had that happen when I very first started cooking. Does not taste good at all. Okay, tell you what we're going to do here real quick. Set this over on the side on our towel. We're going to close this and we're going to flip it so we can finish cooking the rest that won't move. So just a quick flip. We're back down. There's the bottom of our egg. That looks absolutely fantastic. We're going to wait just a few more minutes. And we will flip it over again. This time we're going to put our cheese in the center of it and let that cheese melt. So just a few seconds here. We don't want to burn anything. But oh man, does that egg look good. It's good and fluffy. And I like mine a little brown like that. That's not a bad thing. Go ahead and open our cheese. We're going to tear it in two. Okay. Go ahead and flip it again. Voila. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our cheese. We'll put a slice here. A slice here. We're going to take it off the heat. And we're going to fold. Get off this little bit of a filmy part. Like I said, we're already off heat, so we let it sit there for just a few seconds and let that cheese melt. We'll flip it one more time. And yeah, so I tell you what, let's do this now. Let's go ahead and start. We're gonna heat up our pork chops here. We're just gonna throw them in the microwave real quick. Like I said, these are leftover from last night. You know, I'm not a fan of throwing leftovers away. I'll flip that one more time. Not a fan of throwing leftovers away. I just always find that you can have a better use for it. So let's flip cameras here real quick. Let you come back to me. Not a fan of throwing leftovers away. So why not repurpose them? If you've got something that's cooked and it's good, why not cook it over? Be right back. I'm going to step over here and get a plate real quick. On the other side of the room. I'm going to overkill us on a plate. Oh, no, I'm not. I've got a little plate here. I've got 3 or 4 different sets of plates. And I should have had this out already, but I did not. All right, that burner's still hot, so we're going to do everything over here. Now we'll plate it real quick and start chowing down. Okay, drop that in the sink. Our pork chops are done. Ooh, they smell good too. All right. You could add some toast to this as well if you wanted to. I don't want to use any toast. The burner's hot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that piece of cast iron right there. Set the plate down inside of it real quick just to show you guys. Switch cameras again. And there you are. 2 pork chops, an egg and cheese omelet. The same seasoning that I used on the omelet is also on the pork chops, so it's gonna taste really well. Like I said, cooked the pork chops last night, and we'll have videos on that there, on cooking, grilling, whatever the case may be, whatever you guys want to see. We'll do desserts. We'll do a lot of different things. This was the first video for the night, for the time, and it's gonna be great. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining Chad's Country Kitchen today. Stay tuned. Get back with us. If you want to request a particular dish that we cook, be more than happy to do it for you. Always, y'all have a great one. God bless, and we're gone.